Hi everybody, this is Joyce Barnes, and I just wanted to talk about some of the things that you have to do as far as uploading your page to the Coastal web server. You'll notice that there's an instruction sheet called HTML and first web page FTP, and at the beginning, since I've used this with another class, I didn't bother to get rid of it. But it talks about what HTML is, and it gives you a great link here, the W3 schools. I highly recommend that you go to this link. If you have any questions about how to do some coding or how to change the background color, talks about what is a website, talks about doing some very, very basic HTML coding. Again, this is just for practice if you want to give it a try. Talks about using a style sheet. And one of the things that I do highly recommend is always have a particular special folder. Make sure that the folder name is lowercase, no spaces, no symbols, that if you're going to upload that particular folder to the Coastal server, that you let me know, or I'll be able to find out what the name of your folder is, because when I link to your page, I will not know where to go unless you tell me what the folder is. Like for example, here's mine. It says www2 coastal.edu jbarnes CSCI120 spring 12 sample, and when I click on that, this is my folder, the 120 spring 12 sample. I'll be able to find it. And then there are some special rules. I'm not going to read this for you. How do you view your page in a browser? For instance, like if I decide that if I create a page, I'm just going to open up a folder here that I have all my pages in. And here it is. I saved one as index.html. I actually went in and I have a text file called index. So if I open up that index file, it's going to open up in Notepad. Notice here's all my coding, and I sent everybody a copy of this coding. When I want to save this as a web page, I actually have to go to do a file, save as, and then I'm going to change the type to all files. And again, I use a Windows machine, so if you use a Mac, I can help you with that. And I'm going to call it index.html. Since I already have one called index.html, it's going to give me a message. It already exists. Do you want to replace it? The answer is yes. So I have two files in this folder. I have the text file, then I also have the index file, which is the actual web file. Now I can open this by going to my browser directly, or I can just double click on this file and it'll open up the page right here on my machine. Now notice up here in the address, it actually tells me that this page is found in my C drive, under users, under jbarnes, under documents, under this particular folder. So it shows me where the location of that file is. That's the path. But that's just to see if things are working. So if I like the way everything looks, if this is the picture that I want, and these are the words that I want, then I'm ready to upload this page to the Coastal Carolina web server. So in order to do that, you'll need to either download a program, or if you're using something like Dreamweaver or Expressions or another program, they might have built-in FTP, or you can Google and find another FTP program to upload your files to the server. But I've liked the program FileZilla. In FileZilla, you will download the client. The client is what you are. You are the client, and you're uploading your file to the server. And I've already got it down here. I've already opened it, so I'm going to close it so I could open it again so you can see what I have to do. So in order to find it, I'm trying to make this kind of quick so this video doesn't last forever, but it's so beautiful outside. So when you download FileZilla and you install it on your machine, the left-hand side is your computer, the right-hand side is the remote site, which is the Coastal server once you connect to it. So how do you connect to the remote server? First of all, you have to put the host in. The host is www2.coastal.edu. The username will be your username. The password will be your password that you have emailed to Bob Full, and he has written you back and said, okay, you're all set. And you put that in there, and then you just click Quick Connect. This will not work unless you email your password to Bob Full. I just want to make you aware of that. So when I click Quick Connect, then you'll get some messages, and here's all the messages. The directory listing is successful. On the left hand side are all my files on my computer. I mean everything, your entire computer is there. And on the right hand side are all my files on the web server. And I've got a bunch of files on the web server because I've done tons of different things and experiments and things like that. But what you need to do is you need to find your folder in this side and then drag it over to this side. So my folder, I've already done it, so I'm not going to do it again. My folder is CSCI120 Spring 12 Sample. That's my folder. So in order for me to see the website that I've put in that folder, my index page, my page 1, my page 2, my page 3, my page 4, and my page 5, everything should be contained in there, including all my pictures. I actually will just go to a web browser, and I'll use Internet Explorer, and then I'll type in my web address, and it's www.coastal.edu/jbarnes/ I already have it here because I've already looked at it a million times, and this is what it looks like on the internet. So if it works, if it looks right, if all your pages work, I haven't done page 2, 3, 4, 5, but when you click on this, if you've done your coding right, page 2 should show up. And if you've done your coding right, page 3 should show up. I'll do some practice this week to actually do page 3, 4, 5, and 5 and do a website for me. But I just wanted to send everybody a sample to see. This is, thank you, Dr. Stamey. Dr. Stamey uses this for another class, and he said that I could borrow it to use with this class. So hopefully that will help you to create a very nice website that you can use and you could modify for your own use. You would put your own name down here and your own email address down here. But hopefully you'll understand that FileZilla, I love FileZilla, and again, left-hand side is your computer, right-hand side is the server. If things don't work, that just means that something is not named right, you haven't sent it up there right. Put everything in a folder, test it out on your computer before you send everything to the server, and then if you're still having problems, let me know. If you have any questions, give me a call or send me an email, and I'll be glad to work with you. Talk to you later, and have a great week.